My gaming monitor is a CRT monitor, and no, that is not a joke. And yes, it is better than my LCD. And I do kind of want to walk you through the journey of this monitor. So when I got it, I wasn't sure if it was actually still alive when I got the box. For one, the monitor was upside down, and two, it was only packaged with packaging peanuts. And so I was actually pretty worried. Thankfully, we made out with minor damage, and so it actually worked out pretty well. The monitor that we're going to be viewing today is the Dell P1110. This is a beast of a monitor. It is 1440p, 80 Hz, and that's right, 80 Hz and 1440p on a CRT monitor. So part of the experience with having an old CRT monitor is not only that it's heavy and you're worried about breaking it, but they're also usually dirty. So cleaning it is going to be a really, really big problem for a lot of you. And what I recommend is grab yourself some Gooby Gone, grab yourself some isopropyl alcohol, and scrub. Do not touch the screen though, you will damage the screen. I recommend saran wrapping the screen and using like a frog tape or something to seal it in. That will help a lot. But as you can see, it makes a huge difference on how the monitor looks. And this one is a little bit of an insider secret. So if you have those scuff marks on your CRT monitor, those black lines, something nailed it, right? Just the things that happen with time. Get yourself a melamine sponge or a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, as I have here. And seriously, it will make these black marks go away. Do not use this on the screen though. It will damage it. But yeah, on the body, stuff like that, you can genuinely take a pretty beat up looking chassis and make it look pretty darn good, as you can see. There's a part of the issue with these old Sonys is that they have a value that drifts so slowly over time. This value is called G2, and basically think about it as like gamma, right? It'll go up and up and up over time, which will make your black levels and everything else look just strange and off, and everything will look kind of blue. So I'm going to show you some videos of how it should look versus how it does look. And how it should look is we're comparing it to a GDM 5402, which is essentially the same monitor, and that one's calibrated. So take a look. So this next section is about a program called WinDAS, and I think my friend Notes can summarize basically everyone's feelings on it pretty succinctly.
It's called WinDAS for a reason, because it's ass. 99% of the issue is getting the software to actually fucking work. I literally had to find a workaround where instead of hitting finalize for the monitor, I saved the monitor settings to a file and then loaded that file back into the monitor because the WinDAS software would not save my settings and my changes.
So to start WinDAS though, you kind of need to find your WinDAS pins. And actually they're pretty easy on this model because there's a little service port. The hard part though is getting that service port cover off. I've never figured it out. I just try the thing, and as you can see, I struggle so hard that I end up going with plan B, which I call the violent method, and it does end up working out. And I swear to God, the only way to get these service pins in is with pliers, and at that, it's going to take you a good bit. So good luck. So as you can see from these before and after shots, WinDAS makes an absolutely killer difference. So before we get into the content montage, I do want to show though that the big thing between LCDs and CRTs is motion clarity. And I don't mean the LCDs are better. I mean the CRTs are. So I have a 144 Hertz, 1 millisecond response time panel, comparing it to a CRT at 80 Hertz, and I think the results kind of speak for themselves. The CRT is without a doubt way clearer and way just light years ahead of the LCD. And now is the moment you've all been waiting for, the content montage. Before we conclude, for everybody that stayed till the end, I want to give you guys a sneak peek at what I am doing next. The next video is going to be a 4K black and white CRT monitor, and no, that is not clickbait. And just wait, I've got something else cooking in the works, so I think you guys will be quite happy. The next video is going to be very, very fun.